In part 1, we talked about food. Part 2, we talked about your workouts. Now in part 3, what are we missing? That's right, supplements. Let's go. So if you haven't watched part 1, part 2, links are in the description. Please go ahead, watch them, and get back here. So like I said on the intro, you got your food down, you got your workouts, but then you're still struggling with both protein intake as well as energy levels. I don't like to allude first for supplementation, but supplements. Now, what supplements can you get in Ramadan? Like I said, here in Canada, because we're relating everything in Canada, we usually break our fast around 8 now, 7:30 to 8, and then it keeps pushing backwards. So pre-workouts for energy might not be the best thing for you, right? Because most pre-workouts are packed with caffeine. It's gonna give you a hard time to sleep. You should be taking non-stimulant caffeine. What you need to be looking at are pre-workouts with beta-alanine, citrulline, and arginine. As for other supplements, every supplement has its own timing and its own benefit. If you aren't able to get in your protein within that window, whey protein is a fantastic add. You can have whey pre-workout, you can have 1 scoop, you can have 2 scoops after your workout. That's 75 grams of protein, probably more than half of our viewers' daily intake. Always try to get protein from your whole food sources first and then supplement. Do not depend on whey protein for your full intake. I never recommend it, but again, because we have a very limited window, you can always feel free to use whey protein to fill in the gap. Now with suhoor, which is before you start fasting, another excellent addition would be casein. Now for casein, or for people who don't know what casein does, casein is just slow acting protein. So it will take longer to digest in your system and it'll slow feed your body with protein. You can take 1 to 2 scoops, 50 grams. It takes around 8 hours. It'll help preserve the muscle while you're fasting for the longest period of time. Whey is the opposite of casein, which it gives you fast acting proteins. So it's good to break your fast with whey and post-workout when you incur muscle damage for tissue repair post-workout. The staple for all bodybuilders, if you're trying to build some muscle, if you're trying to get some strength, creatine. I cannot stress creatine enough. Now, people also say, but I'm fasting, I don't have enough water. You still need to take your creatine. Creatine gives you strength, helps you push throughout those sets, forces water into the muscle, which I would argue in Ramadan you need more than ever so that you can have more fueled workouts. And so you should supplement with creatine. Does not matter when, obviously not when you're fasting. So if you want to do it before you start your fast, after you break your fast, during your workout, after your workout, before your workout, it's all perfectly fine as long as it's within that window, because it's more of absorbing the creatine in, not just dishing it out. And last but not least, electrolytes. Depending on what you do from day to day, you can be very dehydrated by the time you get to the workout. And if you're going to be breaking your fast right away, then working out, you'll need some water, electrolytes in your body. A lot of electrolyte brands, there's not a specific one. You don't need to go with anything niche or fancy. Find an electrolyte brand near you, for you, whichever is available and accessible for you, and go with it. It'll help replenish those electrolytes, which will help you work out better, longer, without getting muscle cramps, because I personally can attest to getting muscle cramps all the time when I'm dehydrated, and that is never fun. That's it, guys. Simple: whey, casein, creatine, some pre-workout, non-stimulant, and electrolytes. Those are the 5 things that I would recommend that you should be taking in Ramadan. Enjoy the rest of Ramadan. Tariq out.